What is up everyone, it's CMG here. So, for the very first time, we have received some information talking about the ping system and what it's going to do to change Overwatch 2 as a game. So, yeah, it's some really interesting information that we got here. So, if you go to the Play Overwatch website, there's an article talking about this in great depth. There's also some screenshots that we'll get into in a bit. But yeah, this is some really cool stuff here. I honestly think that this ping system is really going to change the game and how it's played long term. And hopefully for the better. Because I honestly think the ping system is something that we definitely need in a game. Because, you know, for someone like me who is very, very reluctant to speak in chat, you know, using certain areas or marking certain areas on a map, you know, to decipher, you know, this is a place that we want to attack or defend or do something like that. Well, it's really going to be very helpful. And what we're going to do, what I'm going to do is read some of it and then show you some screenshots that the article sort of like showcases here. And yeah, just get us some understanding of it because it's really cool. It's really cool that we finally get a chance to do something like this. So yeah, it's really exciting that we finally get to see something that resolves Overwatch 2, because honestly, we've had absolutely nothing of the sort for the past, I don't know, year or so. Anyway, before I completely forget what I'm saying, let's read some of this then. So, I'm not going to read everything. The link to the actual article itself will be provided in the description of this video, so you can go and check it out yourself. But yeah, so this, I believe, is a screenshot here of what you can do in terms of actually placing a marker on the map. So there's a wheel on the left hand side here showcasing some, you know, some commands, and then what you can do is place a sort of waypoint, as you could say, on the map itself, and then you could advise people to move in this location. Let's say if you're grouping up or you're planning to do an attack of some kind, you can actually do this in game. So let's sort of read this here. So part of how the ping system enhances communication is by adding context to what you can already hear in voice chat. With the press of a button, you will activate a contextual ping depending on what you're aiming at within the line of sight. For example, if you're playing Tracer and ping an enemy Reaper, your teammates will hear Tracer call out Reaper's location. Principal designer Adam Poole explains, "It's a more accurate, clear and understandable way of communicating rather than hearing somebody yell Reaper behind or Reaper, 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 Reaper." Yeah, so honestly this would benefit me because I'm somebody who has a lot of competitive anxiety. Well, I don't really play that many competitive games. I mean, the last time I played a competitive game was back in Season 9. Yeah, it's been a long time since then. I mean, technically all I do is play Quick Play and the arcade, and that's pretty much it. But if I was to start playing competitive, you know, without having the need to go voice comm, I could just use this ping system, you know, to say, okay, so Reaper is going to be moving in this location. So I could use this kind of ping system or some kind to indicate where he is. And then the teammates can sort of see this in their own game. And then they can do the necessary thing to either take Reaper out or see that where he is so they can go and get rid of him very, very quickly. So yeah, this is another screenshot here showcasing this. So basically what it's showing here is that what Reaper can do technically is he can use either his Wraith or his moving ability to sort of like get out of the situation. But according to the screenshot, what it can do here is it can pinpoint an exact location as to where Reaper was originally before he used his Wraith. So there's actually a little bit of blurb here that says, with Reaper, sometimes you can see him and sometimes you can't. When you ping a Reaper who's in your line of sight, the hero you're playing will call out his location. However, when he breaks the line of sight, your ping will show his last location. Some of Reaper's abilities, like Shadow Step and Wraith Form, will cause your ping to show his last known location. So basically that's exactly what I said. So whether he's used his Shadow Step or Wraith Form or not, the ping system will literally let you know where he is before he used it or after he used it. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's a way of sort of Reaper counter using it or counter playing the ping system or whatever. But that's really cool to see that. Alright, so this is a really cool screenshot here. So what this is showing is one of your teammates actually triggering a ping and you actually seeing it in game. So there's a really cool piece of information talking about this. So basically what this is now when people use any command on the wheel, so whether it's group up or move here or attack here or I need healing, they'll actually have an icon shown on top of the player themselves. So basically the information says here, there's also a unique set of interactions for responding to a teammate's ping. Using the communication wheel to tell your team to either group up or I need healing will now activate a ping on top of your hero. Your teammates can respond to your ping to let you know if they're with you or where you can group up with your team's support heroes. So let's say, for example, I don't know, let's just go with the memes here. Let's go with Genji. So if he triggers I need healing, for example, so what will happen is I guess there will be an icon to show, you know, that he needs healing rather than not have anything. So you can actually see that, or where his location is on the map, because there's an icon on top of his name. So you can see where he is if you're a support hero. So you can go straight over to Genji and heal him or something like that. It makes it a lot easier. So that's really, really cool. The final piece of information here saying, we'll be iterating on this system as more data comes in from testing. We want to create an evolving system that's the right fit for the gameplay and culture of Overwatch. We're hoping the system will help the toxicity in game. If you don't like a person pinging so much, you have the option to turn the ping system off through block or squelch for that specific person. So yeah, it's pretty much the same thing with chat in competitive games. So let's say, for example, there's somebody that's really toxic in game. You can literally mute that person if you think he's doing quite a lot of toxicity and putting a lot of pressure on some of your teammates. You can just turn him off. That simple. The same can be said here for the ping system. Literally, all you have to do is there might be some kind of system in the settings that you can turn somebody off or their ping system off if you don't want to see them doing anything in the game. So that's kind of really useful, especially for the people that, you know, want to just use the ping system as some kind of spamming thing or something like that. It's kind of really useful for that to, well, you know, we do have heavy spam protection right now that we are open to adjusting, but we really want to see what works best for the community. It's important to remember the ping system is a work in progress. We include many different teams in the development process, and we're always interested in hearing what works and what players would like to see in the future. So yeah, really, really interesting information there. Now, before we end the video, I want to end on this. I honestly think that this ping system is going to really benefit things like Overwatch League. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, back when it was 6v6 and the fact that we can understand that Overwatch is a very, very fast-paced game, it's very difficult to keep track of what's going on. Because even after watching so many Overwatch League games, I still find it very difficult to keep track of what's going on because of the fact that it's going at such an incredibly fast pace. It's hard to understand, you know, what DPS are doing, what tanks are doing, what supports are doing, and technically you have to rely on what the casters are saying there and then, you know, to tell you what's going on. And even then, it's very difficult to understand what the casters are saying half the time. So to put it into perspective, now that there's 2 less players in the game, because if you remember it's 5v5 now, not 6v6, and now that there's a ping system, I feel it's going to be a lot easier to see what the intention is for certain teams in the game. So for example, if a team wants to push forward, or if they want to defend, or if they want to meet up at a certain location before they go in for a massive fight, then you're going to understand how that's done because the ping system is now in the game. We're now going to see who it is in game that's actually doing the shot calling, because it's that person that's doing the marking, that's doing all of these things in game. So people can actually respond to that, and we'll be able to see it because the ping system is in place. I don't know, it's very, very early days to understand how this is going to work, but you know, once the beta comes out next month, we can get an understanding there and then because, well, it'll be in the game for us to try out. So yeah, really cool stuff. Really interesting to read, and yeah, like I said, The link to the article will be in the description of the video down below, so you can go and check it out. So yeah, what do you think about this new ping system? And do you think it's going to improve the game going forward? Honestly, I really do think it is. So yeah, give me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for watching the video, guys. If you enjoyed the video and you want to see more in the future, then go ahead and click on the subscribe button. Send a comment, like the video, and then turn on your notifications. It really does help me out a great deal. You can also check me out on all of my social medias, my Twitter account, my Discord server, and of course, my TikTok. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Have a great life. Be nice to your fellow gamers, because we're all human beings. I've been CMG, and until the next video, I shall see you later. Peace.